This is a person who asked to be anonymous, which you're perfectly welcome to do. Dear Andrew, this is the first time that I've written. I want to share with you somewhat of a Gary Carter moment I had with you on yesterday's show. It's a reference to my memoir, The Great Good Thing. At my lowest point in life, a great baseball player made a comment that really helped me out over the radio. Gary Carter, great catcher for the New York Mets. My teenage daughter has been depressed lately, and it's been a total shock to us. She started cutting, which is really a difficult thing. It's kids cutting themselves with knives just to feel something, just to wake themselves up. That scared me, and so we sought therapy. She's also expressed suicidal ideation, which led us to place her on medications. All of this literally happened at the time of your crappy culture segment when you said essentially drugs are not enough, but it takes Christian love. And that discussion seemed more than just serendipity to me. I do believe that is how God actually talks to people, through others at the right time. I want to show my daughter that Christian love, and currently she won't open up to me. I do think I might have some anger issues, which are causing a block, but what else can I identify to help her with? I've tried a lot of things, and maybe it's because I don't listen enough. Any thoughts can help. If you do read this, please don't use my name. I wouldn't even have written, but a strong will came over me, and I felt I needed to. All right. I can answer this question. First of all, you're right. If you have anger issues, you're going to have to overcome them. And I talked about this yesterday on the Father's Day show. Kids play every note on your piano. They press every key on your piano. If you got a problem, you got to fix it, because they are going to hit that broken place and bring it to light. So you have got to work on that in yourself. That is something that she needs. I mean, she is in bad shape. If she's cutting, she is in bad shape. She needs your help. She needs everybody's help, and she needs your love. I've often talked to conservatives who talk about the culture, and they want conservative culture. And what they think they mean is they want culture that looks conservative. And I always say to them, conservative culture doesn't look conservative. The Sopranos is conservative. It's just not, because it's not an old thing like King Lear, you don't recognize that the violence is speaking through conservative values. The same thing is true of Christian love. Christian love does not always look Christian. And that is shocking to some people, but it is the truth. When you think about the way God handles you, does he come down and say, do this, do that? These are, you got to do this now, do this. No, he is really there listening to you. And if you follow him, you can find your way, but he doesn't come and tell you at every moment what to do. I have worked on these hotlines, and sometimes people call up these hotlines. I've worked with a lot of kids on hotlines who are cutting themselves. I've worked with a lot of people who are doing stupid things, and what they don't need is for me to tell them they are doing something stupid or wrong. I had a conversation once with a kid who was worshiping Satan. Okay, now you don't have to ask how I feel about that, but did I say to him, "That's evil. Stop doing that"? Had I done that, it's handing him over to the devil. It's handing him over to the devil. I listened to him with love. I listened to him with acceptance. I tried to find out what was hurting in him. I tried to find out what I played, as they say in these businesses, they say steer toward the pain. I tried to find out because the thing is, pal, it's not about you. It's about her. It's about her. It's about your daughter. You've got to love your daughter enough to leave your anger behind. You got to love your daughter enough to leave your righteousness behind. You got to leave your daughter. You got to love your daughter enough to leave behind things that you may think are important and listen to her, because that love will be like the light and will guide her to the light, right? Whereas if you're just screaming at her and you're just telling her and you're explaining to her, you're not giving her any chance to grow into herself. She's in big trouble. I'm glad you got her therapy, but I think she needs you to listen to her without judgment and to steer toward the pain and find out what's hurting her and to show her that you love her no matter who she is or what she's doing. And that is the best thing you can do for her, because that will give her the light she needs to grow into.